Okay, Slenderman, the official movie, was released in 2018 and directed, I believe, by Joshua Nelson, written by him, and starring him, Joshua Breneman, Eli, and I know there's someone else, but I can't remember their name. But it stars mostly 4 people, and it's also the same length as the Slenderman movie that came out that exact year. And it's about some boys that just, try and summon Slenderman and think he doesn't really get enough praise. And so they try looking for him and eventually end up too deep. Now, well, I came across this channel like probably half a year ago, a little more. And I just started looking around. I was like, oh, Slenderman, the official movie. I watched this, and now, several times watching it later, I guess. Maybe not correct grammar. Here I am reviewing it. So, what I thought was that this movie was going to be kind of pointless filler for a lot of it, and I've got to tell you, if you want pointless filler in your movie, you're going to be disappointed about this, because really, absolutely, every shot means something, and it's quite interesting on a deeper note when you take on it. Like, maybe the dude wasn't intending for everything that you could probably get out of it, but it's just, what it means. It's your own interpretation, I guess. But, so let's start with the good. There's really barely anything bad. I thought the performances were really good. No, but the performances were really good. I realized I gotta go number 2. It's so annoying. I hate that. Never mind. Whatever, either way. But I thought the performances were solid. They felt like they were scared or intrigued. They felt like they were happy. They felt like any emotion that they need to do in those scenes. And there's lots of scenes that go on for a while and they don't really feel like pointless. And even if they feel like they don't exactly go somewhere, I mean, it makes sense with the film because it's a documentary. Not everything, it's not staged and scripted, even though technically this kind of is, but it's kind of, you could get away with the fact that it is kind of like a documentary, so it would make sense that there are sometimes pointless things, but they're not really boring. Maybe that's like my 6th or 7th time watching it that I already know everything that's not really boring. No, I bet that would probably make it boring. It's still interesting, and it really is well paced also, but yeah, the characters are really good, or not. The acting is solid. I thought it felt believable. The main character got to cry a lot. Or in the last 10 minutes he got to cry and have regrets about everything that's happened so far, and it just felt realistic, and I thought that also helped with the intensity of the scale. I mean, it's a more small scale movie and he's intending to make a lot of more smaller scale movies, I don't know, but this one's a smaller scale and I like it because it's not like the end of the world, but obviously that could possibly lead to the end of the world. But yeah, I thought, so I was gonna talk about, yeah, this was just really interesting and it was well paced. It wasn't really boring at any times. It was just really well paced, and I think that's a good thing because a lot of these films are made on YouTube by kids or just younger people. Okay, sorry, that's a bit weird. These people tend to usually have a bit of filler, and I had that in my Darkest Souls movie, which I told you guys in the official trailer that I scrapped due to filming issues and just the fact that it literally all got deleted, but no blames on anyone. It's not anyone's fault. It's just misunderstanding and stuff. But that had a lot of filler. I think in the last 5 to 8 minutes, it was just really all filler and just me continuously waking up and like, did you hear that? And then my friend who was playing games, not playing any game. I did in the middle of the night. He'd be like, no, and just go back. And I'm like, dum, like, did you hear that? No. And then just have some random clip that we filmed earlier or something like that. Sorry. And then that's just completely honest. But otherwise, yeah, I thought this was well paced. I thought the intensity was well, and it, was just really interesting. Slenderman, you barely see him, but whenever you see him, he's just kind of intimidating. He's just either sometimes there, just standing there, or maybe taking on someone and making them all turn on each other, because he kind of isolates them. And this whole thing about proxies, which I'll admit was actually introduced really early on, it was fine because it was a simple story with this film. It was pretty cool. I thought the masks were kind of cool and it was really intimidating, and the people felt realistic. The characters were kind of realistic and they weren't stupid or incompetent when they didn't believe the other person. So that's another good thing. They weren't stupidly incompetent. I mean, one, they're kind of kids, so you can't expect them to be geniuses and everything, but they weren't just straight, oh, okay, we're gonna leave this dude in the woods. When they were brought into the woods, they're like, do you believe him? And the other one was like, no. and then, you know, they just kind of roll with it. But yeah, and I feel like they just were really interesting. Did I cry when any of them died? Spoiler alert. No, but I was like, oh dang. I mean, I kind of felt bad for them. They seem like nice kids. Like, I don't want them to die. They're kind of cool. So generally this film is really good. What else? Well, like, really everything. The editing is kind of good. I like the VHS things where it's really intercut, and just all the scenes are really interesting and fun to watch. The acting is really entertaining. Slenderman's kind of scary. He just sometimes stands there, but then he does something kind of freaky, and it's just, yeah. Now the problems I have is some inconsistencies lashed in, like problems or like questions that are never answered. Stuff like where at the end the dude is supposedly taken, but with the other people who are taking their turn to proxies, this dude's not wearing the mask at all. Not really acting completely like freaky, just kind of acts like he's still in control. So that's like a little one, I'm a little questioning, because that does like affect the story kind of. So it's like, okay, that does make sense. It's a bit inconsistent with what you've been showing. So that was just a little inconsistent, and that's just generally I lacked with that. And that was just my only problem. It's a kind of big problem, but it was hard to make it like annoying. And then there was like one shot that this really isn't going to affect the grade that much. That was a little too unintentionally gross, maybe. That was like, geez, okay, that's annoying. But I'm sorry, I'm just currently like filming on something like not really stable. But yeah, it was just a little gross and I thought weird. But that was just like 1 second. I know they probably did to be intentionally like disturbing, but I don't know, I didn't like it that much. But either way, this was really good. I thought the film was really well paced. It didn't feel amateur at all. I liked the editing and it was interesting. Kind of felt a little cinematic, and it kind of set up a sequel, kind of, even though like everybody technically died. But it felt like it was more focused on actually setting up an interesting story, than having a good payoff, stuff like that, than just doing whatever they felt like, or just setting up a sequel. So I really like this film. I highly recommend that you watch it, and I'm gonna give Slenderman, the official movie, an A-. It's a really good film. It's like 90 minutes long. I highly recommend you watch it. It's free on YouTube. I think it might be in the bubble right there. I don't know. I might put the link to it in the description or in a comment. I don't know. I'll try to find a way. But yeah, I know I'm a little sweaty. I just got back. But I hope you enjoyed this review. Make sure to click the like and subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.